In this video, I go through the 5 practices I had to implement into my hair journey to get my hair past shoulder length. Welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Amanda, back at it again with another video. So last week in my previous video, I got a video request basically asking me how did I look after my ends to get my hair past shoulder length, and this was a video request by my girl Angie. I'm gonna put the comment right there, and this is what I'm gonna be talking about today. So for my first tip, I had to bring you guys to my bed because this is the first place I found myself having to make changes. Now, I used to sleep, and for the longest time, I've always slept on a satin pillowcase, and before putting on headscarves or anything like that, I used to just place my head on my satin pillowcase. And then I realized I sleep like a ninja. So I would go to sleep and I would wake up and my pillow would be on the floor, my pillow would be by my feet, my head would just be lying there on my bed sheet, it would be on my teddy over here, it would be lying on my blanket over here, and I found that my hair was still breaking off at the ends. I would wake up and I would still see small pieces of hair. So I started wearing a satin headscarf basically, and found that with the satin headscarf you don't even need a satin pillowcase, because now I can put my head on anything and whatever I want to put it on, and my hair will not be tugged, it will not be pulled, there will not be friction, because this is basically, I don't know, like the material itself doesn't allow for your hair to stick to it or cause friction and break off. It's also really good in maintaining the moisture in your hair, so it's not sucking up all the moisture that you have put in your hair, and your hair is waking up dry. So my first tip to you would be invest in a satin headscarf before you invest in a satin pillowcase, because this can protect you wherever you put your head at night, and a pillow, you would just find it on the floor, okay? So another tip I have for you if you're trying to get your hair past shoulder length that I had to learn is that my hairstyle for the day basically determines what outfit I wear on that day. If you're a person who likes to wear their hair down, then you actually do need to invest in more satiny, silky, or off the shoulder type clothing, because as your hair rubs and causes friction on your t-shirt that you're wearing that is not satiny, silky, or off the shoulder, it's causing friction, it's drying up, it's breaking off, it's getting stuck onto the shirt, and it's breaking off. Now if your hair is breaking and your hair is growing and breaking and growing and breaking and growing, you'll never get past shoulder length, because the same length you're growing is the same length you're breaking, and it will seem like your hair is stuck at the same place. So my advice to you is be careful of what you wear, and the day before kind of plan around what you're wearing and what your hairstyle is going to be for that day. So another step that I had to put into my hair regimen to get it past shoulder length is working in sections. This is not only important for detangling your hair, but also for things like moisturizing your hair, putting protein treatments, putting moisturizing treatments. This is because when you work in one giant section, the only areas you're actually attacking is the front of your hair and your nape area. You're missing the crown, you're missing, the inside parts of your hair that also need attention. So try work in sections, smaller sections if you have a lot of hair, just to make sure you're attacking those critical parts of your hair and they're not drying out and falling off. Another thing that I think is very important when you are trying to grow your hair past shoulder length basically is to keep your ends tucked away. Now that you're at shoulder length and now that you've reached shoulder length, your hair is constantly rubbing on your shirts, it's constantly rubbing on things. You put on your handbag and your hair is caught in there. That causes breakage, that causes friction, that causes split ends, that causes dry ends, and that's what we want to avoid in order to retain length and grow our hair longer. So I really do advise that if your hair is at shoulder length and you want to grow it longer than shoulder length, then maybe try keeping styles in that don't require your hair to be out. I for one like to put in hairstyles like this. I like to put buns, I like to put little braids, that I basically use to keep my hair and my ends tucked away. This is also a low manipulation style, so I'm not manipulating my hair throughout the week. All I do is I wake up in the morning, I do my edges, I spray my hair, fluff it up a little bit, and I'm ready to go. So I'm not constantly playing with my hair. Tuck them ends away, girl. Tuck them ends away, okay? final tip I'm going to be giving you guys on a practice that I had to put into my regimen in order to grow my hair past shoulder length is that I had to baby my ends. I had to treat my ends like they were the last born, okay? Because my ends, I'll speak for myself, my ends tend to get really dry and feel really brittle no matter how much you trim them. So I always have to make sure that my ends are extra moisturized. My ends, whatever product I'm applying here, I apply double the amount here. If it's deep conditioning here, I deep condition times 2 here. You know, always make sure that your ends are super moisturized, because when they moisturize, they don't have time to be dry, they won't split and they won't break. Right, if your ends are breaking, then you will never get past shoulder length because your hair isn't going anywhere. If it's growing and it's breaking, it will never go anywhere. So moisture is key. And one thing that I do, especially when I see that my ends are kind of looking a little so after I do my moisturizing deep conditioner, I'll take my leave-in conditioner, put some leave-in conditioner on the tips of my hair, take some moisturizer, put some moisturizer, take an oil, seal that oil, then take some grease, some hair food, and seal that on top of that, okay? Just to make sure that there is nothing going through those ends, okay? Anyway guys, that is it for my video. Those are the 5 practices that I put into play in order to get my hair past shoulder length, and those are the practices I'm going to continue to put into practice to get my hair long, okay? We all have a goal to reach with our hair, and it just requires a little bit of sacrifice and a little bit of hard work, just like anything else. But yeah, you can do it. Thank you guys for watching this video. Any video suggestions that you have, please do leave them down below, and I will make sure to get that out for you. Let me get on with my day now. Bye guys.